Welcome to Revolution Radio. How the hell are ya, Jay? You start.
I wasn't sure who you were referring to.
Open-ended question.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, it was a pretty open question.
Right, and that's why I didn't assume it was going to be me
Oh.
that you were
Well, first,
asking to.
we're the men here. We go first. We're the important ones.
That's a fair point.
I thought so. We'll get to you in a second.
Okay, I'll hang out over here. You guys do your thing. I'll just wait.
Let's just jerk each
I'm
other off.
really liking radio host Cody.
Yeah, I know.
He's just dictating who says what and when they say it.
I know. Like, I'm gonna hang out over here and you and Cody talk. That's cool.
Like we did for 3 years.
Yep.
I like Cody, radio host Cody.
So, Jay,
Yeah.
anything exciting since I last saw you?
Well, it's been about 2 weeks since I've seen.
Hey, by the way, did we get any weather here Wednesday?
No.
I didn't.
Like
Yeah.
very little.
Yeah, we didn't get anywhere we were, but I also was not ready to come out and have hail damage, so
Well,
I said, fuck that.
it was funny because like it was one of those things that I was right about, and I don't like it's just because of weather. Like I've lived in this town on and off for 30 some years.
Yeah.
And in this area, whenever it's either going to be wintry weather, storm weather, everyone freaks out. Like everyone loses their shit, and like nothing ever happens.
Yeah, I can.
The ones you got, sorry, but the ones you want to watch out for, are the ones that you don't see coming.
I know. I can deal with all of it aside from like ice and hail. Those are the only ones that I'm super leery of.
By the way, what a shitty thing to. The ones you got to watch out for are the ones you don't see coming.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's the ones.
Look out for those ones.
invisible storms.
Right.
Those are the ones to watch out for. Yeah, no, just because like Tanya she sent me an article about like McConnell Airport closing.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
That's what I was replying to in our group chat.
I kind of figured it was someone because you said McConnell. I thought you meant the base, but okay.
Isn't it the base? I mean, it's
don't
the
know.
airport base. I mean,
Yeah, it's
they
the
have
Air
an
Force.
airport. Yeah, right.
They have like a civilian airport.
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
but they have an airport.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know, just this article is about how they were shutting down due to severe
Oh.
weather. And I'm like,
The military can't even handle it. All the more reason I should have stayed home.
I mean, Boeing was still willing to try.
Yeah.
They had to make up for lost money.
Yeah, they put their planes together with little tape and nuts.
Hey, most people make it.
Most.
I don't think we've had.
The Malaysian team didn't.
Yeah, but you know what though? Maybe we start blame. I mean, they are from what part of the world?
Malaysia.
Right.
But I don't know where that is.
If you were to put that into like a continent, what would be the continent?
Malaysia?
Yeah.
Like, think of the
Africa?
name. Malaysia.
Asia.
What do we think about like normal Asian drivers?
That's true.
All
That's
I'm saying is, remember
That
the
is
one
fair.
that got lost?
When?
Oh, a couple of years ago. Remember? And probably more than a couple
Like a
years
plane
ago.
or a driver?
Plane.
Oh yeah, in the ocean, right?
Yeah, the one that disappeared.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking
Where
about.
was that
I
one
think that
from?
was the Malaysian flight, wasn't it?
Right. And then the Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
true.
at some point we should look at the operator a little bit. And you know, that's how they.
Are you,
You know-
thinking of like Malaysian Air, 492 or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Did you guys ever follow up to that story?
I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't think they finished it yet.
If they went in the ocean and it took them that long to find them, they're dead.
Yeah.
The-
they're
That's just
gone.
facts. You
the
can't.
the guy, the pilot,
Mhm.
left a suicide note for his family. His wife left him and took the kids, and he said he wasn't coming back.
So he like went down in the plane with everybody. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. That is what they're assuming happened.
What? I never heard that. No. Hang on.
Let me look it up. Like,
Are you going to, or should I?
go ahead.
Okay.
They're saying like the pilot guy was depressed,
Wait,
and
when are they saying that? Is that
Yeah,
like,
when
pretty
did that
recent?
come out?
that was a couple months ago.
A couple months. So this happened like years ago, right?
Well,
We're all
but
thinking of the same one, right?
yes,
Maybe?
Yes, we are. I'm pretty sure because there. Granted, a few, 5 or 6 months ago, I did remember seeing an update on it.
See, my
about they may have actually figured out where it was, but I didn't see anything about a suicide note.
my Alex Jones sense is starting to go off now.
Oh
That
my
seems
God.
weird. Like, look, if they had a suicide note a long time ago, why wouldn't they bring it up then?
Oh,
You
May
know what I'm saying?
14th, 2018.
Maybe it did.
MH370 search ending as investigators debate accident or murder-suicide by pilot. Yeah.
I'm seeing it,
That seems very.
but it was also a year ago. Like,
Yeah, but
almost right at a year ago.
This was like.
Well, yeah, they're
No,
telling.
no, this came out.
Yeah, and
Right,
it was
right.
this one. This article is from May of 2018. They tell 60 Minutes that Captain Zahari Shah committed suicide and mass murder by crashing into the ocean.
Shocking
See,
awe.
I don't know. Now I'm torn. Now I bet something happened with that plane. Seems odd that years
They can't
after we found out,
They
like,
can't
it
get
went
sued then.
missing, now they're saying it's.
sue him if it's a suicide.
Well, yeah. Saying, I bet somebody was getting close.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
it's figuring something out.
Uh huh.
Like maybe there was a doctor on board researching cancer.
No.
No, that was a different flight. They all
Oh,
died in that
okay.
one. That
That
was
was the soccer
AIDS.
team.
I mean, I
That
think
was
someone
AIDS.
like Jesse Ventura was getting close with his detective work.
Gotcha.
He was gonna find out they were abducted by aliens or something.
Gotcha.
And they were like, whoa, okay, we just gotta say it's a murder-suicide. Because you think that'd be one of the first things they'd bring up.
It's true.
Ow,
It's the
fuck.
easiest way out.
I mean, if you were in a car accident, you'd assume it's an accident. But
Yeah.
if Sable's like, well, I found a suicide note, people would be
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, it's suicide.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then if my brake lines were cut.
And it had, like, really good handwriting, we'd know it's Sable.
Yeah, right? Yeah, not really.
You find out Sable took out like $1 million policy a week before.
I will never in my life have $1 million. Accumulative.
Do you want to know something
You
funny?
can Bernie it.
You
I
could.
should write a book. Why haven't I written a book?
Did you know
Hard.
Dillon's,
It's really
the
hard.
Kroger company, offers up to $1 million policy on certain employees, depending on what your job code is?
Really?
Yeah.
I have like $1 million. I think I have $1.7 million life insurance.
Wow.
I've had it since I was like 18
Wow.
for my first job.
Do you know that if you
Yes.
sign up for certain insurances, the Kroger company sends out questionnaires like how healthy are you? How happy is your relationship? Would your wife kill you?
That's kind of a shitty policy.
Yeah, I'd be nervous
You think
to
they would
answer
send
all
you
of
to the
those.
doctor?
Yeah.
Like, just to get on insurance at my wife's new job, I have to go to the
That
doctor.
seems really easy.
Yeah.
Because I could easily just
Bullshit.
be like, yeah, I'm healthy.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
she'd probably kill me.
Like, me, like
I
a
could see her.
tumor growing out of the
Right,
side of your
right.
leg. Like, yeah, I'm good.
You know what's funny? So you know, as a kid I used to struggle with asthma, right? And still do occasionally. I was walking around my desk today, and I just overheard them talking. They're like, he was like, well, how's your 1-year-old? And she was like, oh, good. He was born with asthma. And the guy she was talking to was like, really? Like, from somebody who struggled with asthma, I was like, oh, okay, it's not like a death sentence. I mean, if you keep your inhaler. Granted, I didn't have attacks like some people do, but also still.
That would suck
He-
for like
he-
a little, like an infant.
Yeah, but he also acted like it was cancer.
Because you can't like teach them, like, inhale, bitch.
If you just push it enough times, they gotta inhale eventually.
Can't you do too much though?
Oh yeah, it can like literally stop your heart.
Yeah, see?
'Cause it's a steroid.
This would be hard.
That was one of the things. It was actually like 4 or 5 years ago, I think, that kids were doing that. It wasn't big and it didn't last long, but kids were literally like inhaling on their, because it speeds up your heart, and you do like, because there was one time I was struggling pretty bad and I didn't think about it. And I did like 3 hits,
Mm-hmm.
and I did noticeably feel my heart, but I was also like, I feel good.
So, what is asthma? Now we're doing asthma radio.
Jesus.
Anything to keep Tanya
Is
off air.
it your lungs or is it your heart that's the problem?
Lungs. But it's
Oh.
a steroid.
Yeah, the
It's like
steroids will
Mucinex.
hurt
Oh, okay.
the heart.
I thought it was like, you know, like one of the signs of a heart attack is trouble breathing.
Oh
No,
my God.
So I thought like maybe that has something to do more with asthma than
Don't
what
tell
I
me that.
thought.
How many times a week are you guys gonna go back to heart attacks?
It depends how many times we have them.
Well, I was just explaining my correlation.
Yeah, no,
A
I
lot
get
of
it.
thought
asthma,
process.
a lot of asthma people do have heart issues. It's mostly from the steroids, unless you have a murmur.
Especially if like they're young, right?
Do you have a murmur?
No, I'm good. I actually have a pretty healthy heart.
Oh my
now.
God, you can actually feel his heart pounding. Are you nervous?
You can
No.
feel it on the right side of his.
No, like right here.
But your heart's right here.
Yeah, it is actually.
Can
really
you feel it?
good.
Can you feel it though?
Look,
I wouldn't
feel.
check there.
It
Yeah,
always
like
beats
I would
like
check
that.
here.
I just have a strong heartbeat,
Yeah, he's good.
You're getting kind of pain.
which is fun.
How does your arm feel?
Hurts a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, feel mine. It's the same.
Welcome to Hypochondriac Radio.
Fucking butter arteries over there. She's like, what? It only beats every couple minutes. I don't know what you're talking
Keep
about.
hitting it and I'm fine.
You
We're
just hear
good.
kind of like nod off. Oh, it beat.
Oh, I'm good.
Oh my god.
No, actually, I've got a pretty healthy heart. I mean, I haven't been checked for years, but I've ate a lot of shit since then.
I mean, you're like 22, 23.
He's
You
just
know,
a
heart
baby.
Like,
They
the only
all say.
heart problem you can really have would be like a hole in your heart or cardiac arrest.
Right. Which.
You can't predict those. I mean, you can see a hole in your heart. You can see that.
Yeah, I
but
can
like,
see
you
that.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, our friend Christine has a hole in her heart.
Yeah,
and,
she
like,
does.
She complains about, like,
Which is funny
How
because
it
she drinks
hurts.
so many goddamn
oh,
energy
she
drinks.
does. Yeah, she's gonna kill herself at a young age.
And all that coffee.
Yeah.
All the frou coffee, though. Because, like, normal black coffee is really not that bad for you.
in
although-
doses. In doses.
I think 2 cups a day is what they say is optimal because it's really good for your liver.
Yeah.
But.
You know what else is good for your liver? CBD.
Alcohol.
Yeah, no, not alcohol.
In doses. Wine.
And yeah, it's
Ah.
good for your heart too.
CBD is good for your heart.
For your liver.
Or that's what. Both.
Yeah, I was reading an article about it. Kinda
Was it
interesting.
you that shared that article about cardiac arrest?
I don't think so.
I read an article. I read an article last night about. It was fairly short, but they were basically talking about how when you go into cardiac arrest, your brain is still alive for 2 to 20
that
seconds.
was me. Yeah,
Okay,
that was me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually like an electromagnetic current that goes through your brain.
Yeah, it was
and that-
kind of shitting on religion.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
That's I had, which is
That-
interesting coming from me. That the reason I posted it had nothing to do with the cardiac arrest. And,
Yeah, well, and that light at the end of the tunnel is.
yeah.
It's there, but.
But that's the whole thing about like when people die, and or the near death when they come back and they're like, it was beautiful and I felt amazing. A
Yeah.
lot of that's DMT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
and-
your
well,
brain is leaking DMT into
And,
you.
yeah, and that's the thing is that euphoric like body, or soul leaving your body kind of thing. That's pretty common
It is.
from near-death experience survivors.
Yeah. Because again, it's DMT. You're getting
Yeah,
high.
fuck yeah. Have you ever done DMT?
I have not. I've
Okay,
not
yeah,
had
it's
balls.
exactly like that.
But I've had like 2 near-death experiences.
How?
One I got pushed down a so the school I went to, the middle school.
That says enough right there.
the
Oh,
entire
God.
middle
Was
was
stairs.
Yeah, right.
And so I got pushed down like
You got pushed down those?
yeah.
Nobody
Oh.
liked him.
That's fucked up.
No, we had this bully in middle school that nobody would stand up to. And he was a real dick. His name was Duran. I hated that guy. And like he would always spit on everyone in class. And so like one class I just blew up at him. I'm like, will you stop being such an asshole just because your parents didn't want you and you're a fucking mistake? Stop being an asshole. And like
You
I
didn't
was
like
getting
that
all
answer?
like angry. Like, you know, the angry,
Yeah.
flustered kid, you know?
Yeah, right. Right.
And so then, like, after class, we're walking, he, like, spit on me again. And so, like, I just hocked a loogie in his face. And, like, him and his, like, other delinquent friend, like, pushed him. So I was a fat kid. I was a rock. It was
Two
hard
of
to
them.
move, yeah. But,
You were not.
yes, I was.
Oh my
If
god.
it took 2
Jay.
kids
Dude, I was, like, 250.
Oh my
in 6th grade,
I was, like, 7th grade, but
still,
yeah, no,
Jesus Christ.
I was a fat
The
kid.
sports did well for you.
And depression.
Yeah.
A lot of my weight
But
loss came from
didn't-
depression.
Yeah.
But didn't the other guys like find him and beat his ass for doing it?
No one I knew.
I'm pretty sure
My
that.
alliances were small
They
in
work
middle
in the
school.
shadows.
I really thought that it was like Matt and them that they like kicked his
No,
ass.
fucking Matt. He was just getting stoned and fucked up all the time.
Matt.
Matt, fuck. I almost said Whiteside, but that's not his name. Matt Whiteside's a good kid.
Good people.
Love Matt Whiteside. You're listening, Matt? You're my boy. I don't remember his last name, but he was.
He's a bird.
Yeah.
Hummingbird.
Hummingbird. That was his name.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's awesome.
Oh no, he changed.
Oh.
He got creepy.
He got Christian.
Oh.
He found God.
So he
putting
got
him in
creepy?
drugs and stuff. Yeah.
No
And he'll
weed?
tell you about it
No.
all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Got into
No weed?
Jesus. And
No.
None for him?
Children, probably.
Wow.
I don't feel like
Alright.
if you get into Jesus,
I don't
you
think
get
he
into
did.
children.
Like I think
don't know.
I think he
that's a
did
little
so
bit of a
many drugs that he
stretch.
can't like shoot anything anymore.
I don't know. I did a lot of drugs. I can still shoot spiderwebs.
The fuck?
It's more about prostate control than drug use.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. My wife likes to call me Peter Parker.
Fuck.
Peter Prostate.
And I'm like, attacking her like she's Carnage. Right on your face, bitch.
God.
Yelling.
Tanya, we're moving on to you.
Hi, what's up, baby?
What's how you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay.
I got a hot date later. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, do you with
I
who?
do. Jay's wife.
Oh, that figures.
Yeah.
What about
I was thinking of
the
asking
person in your life?
like one of your girlfriends if they wanted to go out with us and we could have like this huge orgy.
You want to go?
Sable's way too good for that shit.
Yeah.
Sable's too classy for us.
She is, but that also means it clears me up.
Look, she's like, no, I'm not. I'm not classy.
You get a couple shots of tequila in her. And boy, howdy.
By the way, I do hope that you have your husband's credit card, because
I do.
my wife is not gonna buy a single thing.
I was gonna say hide it.
I told her not to.
She's not going to. She can't.
I told her not to.
You should just lock
Somebody
your
owes
account.
$6,700 to the government.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be that high.
I didn't think so either, but apparently
Fuckers.
you get close to $100,000 and they really want to start taxing.
That's what the government likes to do. They like to take you from behind, grab your hair, and push
You
you
tell
over.
them that you're rich now,
No, I'm
so
not-
you're supposed to get those cutbacks like every other white guy?
I'm actually alright. I mean, like, I'm alright with paying taxes.
Why didn't you
Because
pull the white people card?
I would have pulled it. I'm
Oh,
white,
really?
fuckers.
You're definitely not. You
I
have,
am.
your last name is Buentello. Nah.
That's
You-
kind of racist.
No, it's just you would never pass for. It's like, how many white Omars do you know? Come on, give me one. Go ahead.
Oh God.
I can't think of
I
any.
can't think of
No.
one white Omar.
Ours? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Really? You know a white guy named Omar?
No way.
Well, from where you come from, yeah, probably.
Where the fuck do you think she comes
She
from?
Crenshaw.
Oh my God.
From
No,
Kansas.
but the city, like.
Oh yeah. That's so like white person.
Nah, if
Like, oh, you should see the city she comes from.
But if
It's
you
in
knew her
Kansas.
city.
It doesn't matter. Again, it's not like
Wow.
Detroit or St. Louis. She was from St. Louis.
no, it basically is.
It's not though.
Sure.
I'm sure. St. Louis is like the worst city to be, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
it's not. It's not quite St. Louis bad.
Speaking of it, I found out something interesting. You know, they always use Chicago as the gun violence,
Yeah.
the murder, blah blah blah. Do you know what's like in the 20s?
What?
Like in gun violence or in murders, it's like like per capita, it's like 25,
America?
27. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. In
Who's
gun
number
violence,
one?
it's like 12.
Really?
Who's number one?
St. Louis.
Oh,
Really?
St. Louis by a fuck ton.
Oh, wow.
Like Kansas City's in the top 5 in a lot of these.
I'm not surprised.
You never hear anything about Kansas City.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's like, oh, that's a shitty. Fucking Detroit isn't even like that high up there.
Wow.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Don't we have someone calling
No,
you from Alabama?
Ark City.
Art?
Maybe. Fuck, I
Art
can't remember.
City's in Kansas.
It is. What am I thinking of? Shit, I don't know.
Rock?
But they're-
That's in Arkansas. I know, I'm just throwing out
I know.
things.
Start throwing like names that like people wouldn't know, like Excelsior Springs.
Right.
It's like 10 people live there probably.
Turner Falls.
Yeah.
That's in Oklahoma.
You know that has a huge murder capital.
Oh, probably. That's where I'd do it.
Yeah.
A waterfall?
Kill
They
anyone.
fell.
Yeah.
Got dark real quick with you too.
Yeah, someone's got to do
That's how
it.
they got her name, Falling Waters.
So anyway, how you been?
I'm feeling good. I got a game with some
I
questions
thought you were
for
gonna
you.
say a hot date. You're also stroking out.
No.
Just need to get your brain checked.
That's
Yeah.
beside the point.
You guys want to play a game?
What? Oh no, Jonathan Davis.
Were you playing with the toys again?
Depends. What's the game?
Well, I have some questions here, and you guys can win some M&Ms. I know you were looking at them.
Stale
Just
M&Ms.
stab.
Lucky me.
I'm good on salmonella. I ate enough beef in America.
Oh, did you see that article where they tested all that beef, and they're talking that that the FDA is now going to say that there's a certain percentage of feces that's allowed in your beef now?
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's what the salmonella outbreak's from. That's why I was referring to that, and that's why I don't eat beef, unless like from my own butcher.
God, that's just disgusting.
Yeah, it's horrible. But
I just grow cows in my backyard.
just grow them.
Yeah.
I'm working on an avocado tree.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm gonna get a light and everything, but I'm probably gonna get in trouble because they're gonna think it's weed.
You should grow bananas. Do avocados look like weed?
No, but whenever you have like a warming lamp,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they tend to think that.
That'd be funny.
I know, I get busted and it's like, no, I'm just a hippie.
Wow. So it has to do with the recent outbreak of measles and about vaccines. What are you two? Are you two touching again?
Yeah, he was stepping on my cord. My dialysis cord. I didn't want to skip my appointment.
Wow.
One shot liver over here.
For real.
Kidneys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kidneys. So you guys got paper and I have pens. We got to keep score. We like to know who wins and who's a loser.
I guess, can I just write it down or do we do
Can
paper?
can Jay trust you not to cheat?
Yeah, I do it every time. Write it down, not cheat.
It's Sable that can't trust him not to cheat.
Oh my God!
Thank you
Her
for
face.
that. Thank you
Kidding.
for that.
It's a joke.
Honey,
Well-
he doesn't cheat on you. He doesn't tell us anymore. It's cool.
Here I was, ready to sleep in my own bed.
Like in a good mood.
Oh God, we love you,
I
Cody.
just killed sex weekend for you.
Yep, you sure did.
He's not getting a blowjob
I
now, is he?
didn't know Easter was like
It's
fertility
Sunday.
weekend.
Is it? What do you
Really?
mean?
That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's all about fertility.
I thought it was about Passover and killing the firstborns.
Yeah, no, it's definitely about like Jesus rising from the
So
tomb.
the whole it's a pagan thing that there was
Most
Oh, now we're
this
going
woman who
paganism.
would go around and the eggs were representation of birth, and a white bunny would follow her around.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You ever notice how a lot of Christian tradition is pagan
Yeah.
and nobody talks about it?
Nobody.
So are you guys gonna do an Easter egg hunt?
I
Get a
Hell
white
no.
bunny to follow her around?
No.
Make some bebes?
No.
Oh wait, no, you're not
I'm
getting
gonna dump a
anything.
lot in, but none are gonna come out.
He's gonna work on impregnating the forehead. He's gonna look like Machine Gun Kelly on the Kill
Right.
Shot album.
Right. I'm just gonna put a
Wow.
crosshair right there.
That would be amazing. Don't let it get in your eye. That shit
Aim
hurts.
high.
Like turn your face. Oh, don't get it in your ear. That's how you go deaf.
I
You met
usually
my
just
husband?
Hold her face.
But you know it'll just be a weeping little flower. Cody's dick's just gonna look like it has cataracts really bad.
Dribbles. It's like a
Just
slow
pooled up
burn.
there.
Right. Ugh. Been eating a lot of protein, so watch out. Comes out like cottage cheese.
Pretty sure that's an infection.
Yeah, I think you got something else.
Oh, is
going
that what
on.
that is? That's weird.
It comes
That was
out
really bad.
chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. If it comes out chunky, don't taste that. That's gross. You nasty.
Oh.
That's not what you said a few weeks ago.
I wish there was more women on that, and especially experienced women, because I've heard that like
This is getting
guys
interesting. Hold on.
without, that don't get circumcised often get a lot of dick cheese. I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah,
that
I'm
was
sure.
a fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
That's not
Never
a thing.
thought about
It
it.
is a thing, and it's a porn thing.
Smegma.
Yes.
Smegma.
But there's smegma fucking porn.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
You ever
You
seen
got a
smegma?
computer?
What? Don't look it up on our computer.
It's not my computer.
Wait. That's really a thing because I know
Yeah.
several people who are not circumcised.
You've
and
never seen smegma?
They don't have
Well, you're gonna learn
dick
today.
cheese. Oh my god.
I'm
Who
gonna.
would even want to suck that? You serious? Oh! Oh my god, look at that!
Oh yeah.
See why I'm always
Oh,
messing
yeah.
with the audio?
Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, no.
But why?
Oh, little baby penis.
Oh my god, I know 2 people with micro minis.
That's good information to know.
I do.
Oh, look at that one.
Oh god, if that ever came near mine, I'd
How
puke.
did you spell that?
SMEGMA. Kind of like it sounds.
I guess I just didn't consider that a porn thing, like.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be that.
Like,
And
isn't it a hygiene thing? Like, if you wash, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because I know several
kind
guys.
of. I mean, it is an infection, so
Like a yeast infection.
yeah, but yeah, pretty much. So you're not completely impervious to it, but
I actually have a story about a yeast infection for Jay
Yeah,
today.
see? Yeah, look.
yeah, show her.
Oh, she already knows what it looks like. She's dating Cody.
I know.
But my point that it's porn. Like, look at that chick, the Asian chick there. Oh, she's licking it.
All right, we're
Oh,
moving
oh,
on.
look at this
No,
one.
we're moving on.
No.
Look at that blonde chick.
Should we go into your thing, Jay? Because
No, let's play your
I
game.
actually have
Let's play
some
your game.
stories for you. Because I asked around. And I think we should talk about it.
Wait, what?
On,
Did I miss something?
You did, because you were gone.
Apparently I did.
I think he did.
So Jay asked the question, what is the worst thing that's happened during sex, but you just keep going? And then you feel guilty
She
afterwards.
woke
Or
up.
awkward situation.
Yeah, she woke up.
She pulled out her ID.
She was older than 16.
So I sent a couple of messages out, and I actually I had 2 people respond. What the fuck?
How'd you hearts by our
Oh my
initials?
god, you're so cute.
Thanks.
One of them had to do with the micro mini penis.
Isn't that kind of redundant?
No,
A
'cause-
micro mini penis?
A bit, yeah.
Or is it like you get a
Just a
micro
clit
penis
at that
and a
point?
mini penis, but like
Well,
together?
and that was the issue, and I'm not gonna say her name, but it rhymes with
She had a micro mini penis?
Tara. Look, I'm gonna get if you see anybody whose name that rhymes with Tara, it's about her, cause she'll be commenting after she hears our
Sarah?
show.
God, I hope so.
So this.
That's what I was thinking.
Kara.
Isn't that her cousin?
Sarah.
So what happened was she was dating, and it was an extended relationship, and she was here, and he was in another part of the state. So she went to visit this guy. They had never been intimate. They had sent some pictures, which apparently the pictures were wrong, and he found off of Google.
That's what I do.
That's, yeah.
So when she
That's how
got
I
there,
ever fooled.
they went out to eat. They had a couple of drinks, and that was the first night. The second night, she decided, you know what, let's do this. And she said it started out really good. And she is a big blowjob chick. Like, you see a dick, you suck it. That's what she told me.
We need more soldiers like that.
Yeah, we really do. There's not enough soldiers out there like that.
And, I mean, she will suck anything. She's
My God.
amazing.
Okay, so
So
maybe.
what's your address again?
I'll send her to you. So she's making.
Wait, that makes me nervous that she probably sucks down other stuff too.
I know.
I would not be surprised. She's a big sucker. Like, and she's a big
Like,
swallower,
does
and
she-
it doesn't matter if it's cottage cheese or not. She just swallows.
I meant more like,
Cody.
is it like a lot of pudding as well? And
I'm questioning.
like, is she stuck in her chair? It's like
No.
That's,
No.
Oh, okay, well then.
No, she's very mobile. There's like no disabilities at all. Look, Cody's actually. I could need to find this number. So they're making out, and they take his shirt off, and she's lying there naked, and he's getting ready to go down on her, and she goes, "Hold on. You know, you've let me come to this. You've paid for this. Let me do something for you." And the guy goes,
Wait, he's paid for this?
like, no, he paid for her train ticket.
Oh.
And he goes,
Okay.
Pay for a train ticket?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like-
he's classy.
That's like
He's
40
classy.
bucks.
Right.
he's classy like that.
I would say she.
And it
Oh, God.
adds like an extra 6 hours.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
So he goes, "No, you don't really have to." And that's when alarms go off. Because I don't know very many guys who, if a chick is down there and unzipping your pants, go, "You know what? You don't have to suck it." And that's how he was. So after a few minutes of back and forth, she gets his zipper down, And he goes, wait, I gotta tell you, I might have sent you the wrong pictures because it's kind of small. And Tara, being the nice person she is, said, well, size doesn't really matter. And he goes, no, it's very small. So when she pulls his underwear down, it was like a turtle head.
No.
It had gone up in.
Oh.
So not only, and that's what the micro
Fish
mini
it out.
is.
Come here.
And she said it was like playing with the clit. You gotta push your 2 fingers in, and it was like this little thing popped out.
What does Kara know about playing with tits?
Kara?
You keep saying the name.
Oh.
Damn it, Jay.
Huh?
She's gonna be messaging us later, pissed. But this is how, cause she said,
Couple weeks.
this is how it was. And she said it was about this long, so it wasn't even a full inch.
I wish I was hung like that.
And
That guy's lucky.
And that when she started trying to suck it, it got like maybe to 2 inches. But you had to keep pushing the rest of the skin back. And she goes, it was just like that one time I sucked that chick's clit. It just was a very big clit. And she kept going.
Tara's a real goer, isn't she?
And then when that was done, because he came and she said it was like, you know, silly string. It was cute and little and...
So...
But he had a big box of toys that... So she got to come
I
a
thought
couple
you were
of
about to
times.
say he had really big balls. Like, that would be the
No,
best.
he didn't.
It's a giant
So
set
he
with
did
these
get
ball
off?
balls.
Like, they actually had sex?
Like, he came in her mouth, but she
But,
said
like,
it was like
did they
silly
have
string.
sex?
No, he got out the toys, because...
Oh.
You can't really do it.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh.
Well, and when we... Because there was another chick who had had sex with him, and his description was, I don't really like to have sex with women because they always feel so loose to me.
Huh.
He's like, I just like it when they rub my clit.
But yeah, I mean...
Wow. Well...
Like, I felt really bad for her, but I really wanted pictures. But she wouldn't get any for me. Because, I mean, this is exactly how she described it. Like you're holding back and...
Hold the door.
I think everyone has those stories, though. Of something, like, not that bad. I mean...
One time I sucked a dude's microphone.
Right.
We just kept going. It was for the effort.
It's all really different, and everyone has a different experience. But, like, what got me thinking about this is a friend told me, I'm just gonna...
Because I've got another one, so I want to hear your stories.
I mean, this is the one that started it all. It was last weekend. I'll just say, I'm not gonna say his real name. I'm just gonna say his name rhymes with Bodie.
We're going to lose some friends over this show.
No, I'm kidding. It's my friend Chad. Anyway.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Woo! Go
I
Chad!
love Chad.
He told me, he was like,
Sorry.
so, he picked up a chick at, I can't remember the bar. I'm too old to even remember.
In Wichita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's not Old Town.
Not, oh.
It's off Old Town.
Legends?
I think that's what he said.
Heroes?
No, it's not in Old Town.
Oh.
Are you sure it's not Legends?
He's not that kind of guy.
No,
Shit, it doesn't matter.
Is.
Nah.
But it's a kind of hole in the wall bar.
Okay.
And she was pretty drunk. He was pretty drunk. They talked most of the night, and like he said, like the entire time she was like really, really flirty, and he had a small inkling that she was a prostitute because he was like, it's just kind of weird. And like I'm sure Cody, you can attest this. When you go out, you don't have like a chick who's just like rubbing up on you.
No, thank you.
You know what I mean? It's not.
Thank
that
you.
doesn't happen. Like you have to put
Not
work
to
in.
Uggos.
And,
Look at Sable. Once I was up all over this guy.
no, 'cause
Probably.
women think their vagina's made of gold, and we've got
Oh, I know.
to throw out credit cards
I
and
know.
birth certificates and all sorts of stuff just to get an opportunity at it. So yeah, so he thought she might have been a prostitute. He's like, this is kind of weird that she's into me this much, and especially because he's looking around, he's at the bar, he
He's
knows,
not a bad looking guy.
but he's not the best looking guy.
No.
You know, and he
Yeah.
made that point. He's like, I'm one of the older guys here.
Yeah.
You know, he's in his early 40s. Doesn't even have a car really. I mean, he does, but it's a
I know a lot of chicks who go for that. They
It's
live
a
in their mom's basement.
shitty car. But point is, brought her home, and they proceeded to do a couple more shots, and she was like giving him an over the top hand job, you know,
Those are
on
the
top
worst,
of the
by the
pan.
way.
They're fucking horrible, right? Fucking hate an over the top hand. What's the point?
I know, because then by the time you're done, like your underwear's just rubbed off, so your dick is chafing and
Yeah, no, it's pointless. I'll go get my jizz shorts and then we can do this.
God.
You know, there's no fucking point. But so,
It's just.
Wow.
you know, like those basketball shorts every
Yeah.
guy has.
Oh,
You know,
God.
really thin.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
Jizz shorts. Everyone has
Never
them.
thought about it like that. It's a good idea.
That's the only
On
thing
the
they're
go.
good for. You don't wear them out.
I sure should don't exercise.
Exactly. But so, anyway, she keeps pushing this like narrative, and he almost was like not wanting to. He got a little,
Ah.
but he's still into it. You know, I mean, because he's a dude and he hasn't been laid in a long time.
Yeah.
And he finally, he asked her. He's like, so like, are you gonna stay the night? Did you
Ooh, that's a dangerous
need-"
question.
You know what I mean? Like, he was pussyfooting around, like, number one, am I gonna have to pay?
Yeah.
Number two, like, what's this about? Like, why are you... Like, and he's a very smart guy, so he knows it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Apparently the whole thing was on the up and up. And, so they're getting into it, end up in his bedroom,
Woohoo!
and she's on top of him, she's, like, riding him. And, like, she's getting, like, Michael Jordan air, you know, like,
Oh,
way the
no.
fuck up there.
Oh no.
You think it's going one way, it's going the opposite.
Oh good.
Yeah.
She's got all this energy, whacks her head into the headboard. And he's getting pretty close, and he starts to notice, like, a blood drop on his... And he, at this point, he's like, there's a spot of blood just, like, hit me on the side. He quickly, like, wiped it off, because he knows
Yeah.
she's gonna freak out when she realizes she's
Yeah.
bleeding. So he finishes as quick as possible, just to get through it before she went on through with basically a concussion.
Holy shit. What a trooper.
And she obviously didn't know.
Yeah.
But that got me
Wow.
thinking. Yeah, like, and he's like, dude, I just put like a piece of garbage afterwards. Like, after I was done, I was like, oh my god. Like, my care for this person
What if
was
she'd have
so
been like
little.
Farrah Fawcett and died?
Right?
Like that happens.
No, it does. It does.
He would have
Wow.
finished, I mean.
Oh, probably.
I think you kind of have to.
I miss him.
It's a good dude.
I haven't talked to him in a fat. Actually, last time I talked to him, his Madre died.
Yeah,
That was the last time I saw him.
Yeah, it was not good times for the Chad.
Nope. Well, Chadley. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think I have any
You don't
exciting
have
stories.
Anything?
No.
Like, where you were like, I
You
can't
guys are
believe I did that.
I mean, I jerked off in a kindergarten school one time. That's about it.
But you've never had.
Really?
I can tell you my own.
I even
personal
told
one.
Jay a story. In mine, I didn't even think it was that bad. Jay
No,
thought
hers
it
are
was.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, yours are.
Like, not even bad. Like, no, her personal one.
Oh
sucks.
no, I don't want to
yeah.
hear that. I'm good. No.
But it's
It
still at
wasn't
least
that
some.
bad.
No, it's not. It's really not. Like, it's not even. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty lifeless. But I think everyone.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll tell you mine
Good.
that I can think of. Ow,
Easy.
fucking table.
Just jumped out at me.
I know. It's way over there. See, it's the ones you don't see.
Oh my god.
No, so when I was in college, I had been dating this girl, and it was like one of those girls that you kind of flirt with back and forth, and you know, but you're like, you assume you're just friends. It's not gonna work. We started actually dating, and
Aw.
so I kind of built this up in my head quite a bit. But I was really respectful. Good guy.
It's good.
Lies.
I believe
We
it.
had-
He's a good guy.
I am a good guy, unfortunately. So, well, except for the end of the story.
No.
So, we had a few dates. We're on our third date, and she kept bringing up, like, you know, third date. I made you wait long enough. Blah 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 blah. And we went to the Mad Greek, which I don't know if you guys have ever been. Good restaurant in Lawrence. It's fantastic.
Okay. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Check it out sometime.
But yeah, so especially if you like Greek food, at the time I did.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean I'm not a huge fan now, but
it's all right.
Right, it was different. You know, really, because mind you, I was like 10 years ago.
Go for a gyro.
Right. But yeah, like again, it was like over 10 years. Well, about 10 years ago. My tummy can't handle that anymore. Spicy. But anyway, so we're on our third date, and like she kept doing a thing under the table that girls will do, where like they'll put their foot up into your crotch, and like she kept doing that, and this was the first time she's touched my dick, so it was pretty huge. You know what I'm saying? Not my dick.
Talking about
experience.
her foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had Fred Flintstone feet.
Oh my
Mary?
god.
She could run. She could start a car with him. But so we're going back and forth and like kind of being playful and whatever. And like I don't have to lie to say that like my zipper was becoming a cheese grater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get back to.
Are you not wearing underwear?
Well,
No, just be honest. No.
I think at the time it was like the loose fitting boxers.
Oh.
Yeah, this is before boxer briefs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we get back to my apartment, and we're making out, and all that. Like back when the relationships are about making out and all that stuff. And she's rubbing, and things are going on, and she started to go in, and she's like, "I just can't wait to," because I should say this too. Actually, this involves Chad as well. Chad was there.
Oh wow.
He was videotaping.
Well, he was in the other room. He was getting ready for work.
That's funny.
And she's like, I can't wait for Chad to leave because I'm going to give you a blow job. And I was like, what? Like,
are you okay?
She was like, I'm fine. I'm all right. Like, okay. I'm like, we're kind of, it was definitely an internal burp, like the hot nasal burp coming out.
Gross.
And we're making out a little bit more. She's like rubbing my, my little fella down there. And she's like, well, when's he going to leave? You okay? Everything all right? And like just a second after that, she's like, excuse me, runs to the bathroom and just pukes. I mean, just horrible evacuation puke.
Oh no.
Sounds like she's killing a cat in there,
Okay.
And again, I'm a respectful, nice guy. I'm like, oh, you're alright,
Yeah.
Got her shirt, she,
Oh, that's nice.
And she was in there for like an hour. At this point, Chad had left and everything. And came back out, and we're just like watching a movie. And I still like wasn't against something going. Like,
yeah.
Even though she just puked a whole bunch.
Okay.
And so I had kind of made motion, like, so is this, like, cause she was, she was like touching my thigh and stuff like, I'm like, trying to figure out, like, I think in her head, she was like, well, I'm not sure if I should engage because I just puked. Like,
yeah.
And that's a pretty intimate thing, But then on the other hand, is maybe like, I don't know, there's me who's kind of pushing that narrative a little bit. And, so essentially, hold on one second.
What the hell does it sound?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest.
It sounds like water.
Yeah, it's definitely not like someone knocking or something. I thought it was like someone knocking at first.
Hopefully the ceiling's not about to
So
get
this is someone just going
Yeah.
constantly and not stopping.
Please. No.
I
That's-
think you're right.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it sounds like water.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hey, wasn't someone working on the bathroom not too long ago?
Right?
And on the under where
Aren't
someone's
we right
sitting.
underneath the bathroom?
Well, that's the kitchen. So
Oh.
if anything was to go wrong, it would spill on.
Oh no.
That'll
I'm
make
not
my day
switching.
even worse.
Anyway, go on with your story.
So anyway, though, so she's kind of leaning in. She's probably not sure if I'm interested in it because she just puked everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of an intimate thing. I'm still down for it because I'm a horny, like, 20
It's a
year
blowjob,
guy.
let's be honest.
Ugh.
And, you know, so I was like, no, it's alright, we don't have to, it's fine. And she's like, well, at least let me, you know, at least let me give you a hand job. Like, yeah, I'll take that anytime, you know. So anyway, she's going at, you know, there, and, like, there was a couple times, like, I could hear her stomach, like,
Oh,
God.
like, but you know how it is, like, you're peaked up, like, you don't just, like, oh, let me just stop, you know, because it's like, maybe she's fine. She could probably chew for 3 minutes. Just a little bit longer. I got, like, maybe max, I know my dick, it's going, like, 2 minutes longer.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. So, essentially, as I come, she puked right on my legs.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did you come again?
I
That's
did.
the you know, just wipe it off now. Let's
But yeah, when I was completely done, I was like, God, what a fucking horrible piece of shit. I should have been like, no, just lay down.
For real.
I'm gonna take care
Yeah.
of you. Everything's fine. But at that moment, like, that orgasm is so much more important than anything.
Yeah, I mean, did you know her very well?
Yeah, I mean, I've known her for probably about that point, like 5 or 6 months. We dated about a month.
Oh. That's rough.
Yeah, we didn't really date too much after that.
How do you come back from that?
you shower and you go on.
Yeah, I mean, I just had an orgasm too. Like, if there's any time a guy
That's
is
true.
happier, it's right after he comes. I mean,
And nice.
yeah, and nice. And
Oh,
so
I
it's
love
like,
you.
oh, it's alright, it's fine.
I love you. I'll help you clean
You're my
up.
little trooper, you stayed in.
And then the high wears off, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah. Ugh,
disgusting
what a
bitch.
disgusting Should've known.
Wow.
Have some respect.
So you seriously got nothing.
No.
Never
You
had one of
guys
those,
are
like, where the chick just
absolutely
asked you.
blowing
Look
to
at his girl. Look,
masturbate?
Stable's like, I might have something.
I'm sure.
You ever had a chick who, like, it's not gonna happen, but she's like, she convinces you just to masturbate in
What?
front of her?
No.
You've never had that?
Really?
No, that's fucking weird. I
That
wouldn't
is
do
not
No,
weird at
that's
all.
Really weird.
I've asked several people to do that just because I'm bored.
Yeah. Well.
You know Nikki Glazer,
No.
the comedian?
No.
She's pretty famous. I'm surprised you don't know her. But, yeah, that's like her thing. She likes.
Really?
Yeah. It's a thing.
Nah, that's weird for me at least.
I think I've done that once. And yeah, after you're done, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. But again, like, you're so hyped up from. You've never had anything where, like, that orgasm was just so important. You're willing to block out other shit going on.
Yeah,
no,
pretty
and
much.
absolutely not for like risking puke. Absolutely not.
That's weird.
Because I don't deal with puke well. So I'm
I mean, it wasn't like it smelled like puke, and I assumed she wasn't gonna puke. My concern was that it might come out the other end. Because I can hear the
Oh,
stomach
yeah.
bubbling. Yeah.
that's what I'm worried about right now. I feel a little gassy.
Might be something else.
Yeah, it could be.
Eh. Chair's fine.
I don't trust it too much though.
It's an okay chair to
It feels
take a
like
shit
it could be
on.
wet.
Ugh.
That's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can see why you don't have sex stories. Because if that's the way
Yeah.
you talk in
I'm telling
front
you.
of, like, your pretty new girlfriend,
Right?
I'm an open person.
like,
Here's the thing.
Why does she even sleep with you? Because I'm
here-
curious about
here-
this.
Here's my philosophy. Why fake it in the beginning? Be you. Because then there's gonna come a point in your life or in the relationship where, hey, listen. No, listen. All I'm saying is, and I encouraged her from the start too. Don't be afraid to fart in front of me. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but don't hold it in. Because when I hold it in, my stomach hurts. I get cranky. And then when it does come out, it's just.
you get cranky like you're an infant.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever had to?
Oh my god!
Tummy tears Cody
So
over
you're
here.
telling me you've never been on a date a couple hours long where you have to hold a fart in?
I excuse myself.
Oh,
Like, I'll just go to the bathroom.
I don't, because sometimes it comes on so quick I'm worried about moving.
Oh my god!
But my point is, why fake it? Just be yourself, because there's gonna come a point, and then you wasted 3 months of not farting, and then when they realize you fart,
3 months.
I don't know.
So, you might find this weird.
Okay.
I've been married like 12 years.
Yeah.
I don't fart in front of my wife.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
No, because it's just like, I couldn't find her, like, I'm not going to want to bend her over after, like, I've heard her, like, annihilate South Korea
Okay, but
out of
how
her
did-
asshole. You know what I mean?
No, but
How
like,
did you
and so-
live through her pregnancy with all the gross shit that happens when people are pregnant?
What do you mean?
He didn't deal with it.
Like what gross
He
shit.
has people for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Some
didn't
of
she
us
ever
have maids.
pee herself or?
No, she's normal.
Wow.
But yeah, and plus my other thing is like I'm in my own home and I
Plus,
seriously
wait.
can't even fart.
I just want to.
Like,
Even if
did
she did pee
like when she was?
herself-
Did she ever breastfeed and like shoot you with boob milk?
Ugh.
That's nowhere even close. But no, she didn't. But if
He's
she
disappointed.
if
you
she
can tell.
peed herself, like why would I have to know? Like who goes
Or
and
deal
announcing
with
it?
it.
You ever accidentally shart? You don't go tell your spouse, dude. So I was playing some Halo.
No.
And I ripped a fart and oh man. Like you don't tell
Sorry
them
about
that.
the chair.
Sorry, you're married to a toddler who shits himself.
Wow.
Like no, I mean, how would I ever know? Like I feel like, and I mean, and she feels the same way. I'm guessing because she doesn't just rip ass in front of me. I'm sure she does it. She has to. Like she's
That's
a
what I'm
human.
saying.
But I don't know. I feel like that takes away from sexy time. I don't know. We've only been married for like 12 years, so
Yeah, I don't think it does.
I think it kind of does. But
I don't think so.
so you're
But
telling
like you're
me-
in your own home, you're supposed to just hold it. The sanctity of my own home, and I can't fart.
You can't just walk to another room
Why?
to fart.
No, absolutely not.
And how much you? How much do you have to fart?
I'm
He
a pretty
farts a
gassing
lot.
person.
Let's be honest.
Cause like I'll get a fart maybe once every one
Oh, dude,
hangout
no, it's-
experience.
Nah.
So I'll just kind of hold it
I'm-
until I
I'm-
gotta go pee, and then I'll just
To
compose.
put it in perspective, I farted when we were coming into the show, and I've been fighting one back for the
Oh
last
my
15
God.
minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah, see, I haven't farted since probably I don't know 1 or 2.
I'm a super gassy person, dude. I don't know why, but
It's probably well, you do eat a lot.
the ones in the morning are the best, though. You can just feel, because it's air. Because I'm pretty sure I just swallow air when I sleep. Because I sleep with my mouth open a
Is
lot.
he a snorer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so then when I fart, I just feel the pressure release. I'm like, oh god.
Do you masturbate when you fart? Because I'm really beginning to think you do.
No, but I fart when I masturbate.
Really, you won't even hold it in for yourself?
What are you talking-
She's
Why
like,
would-
no, he doesn't.
Why would I
Wait,
respect
okay,
myself
wait,
that
you
much?
don't fart during sex, though, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Not that she knows about.
Literally after or when we're eating.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, sometimes I'll
Wait,
hold
did
it
you say
in.
before?
Okay,
so-
wow.
It doesn't,
How-
it's not on purpose.
This is
if
a
it's
great
before.
thing.
If it's before, it's not on purpose.
How much of you is turned off by having sex with the son over here?
No, like when I'm talking, he ripped
right
ass
before.
from Taco Bell, and he pulls his pants down, and he lets this huge fart, and he goes, "Okay, now get on the bed."
No, I don't.
No, not like that.
I'm not even saying like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Aren't you still kind of thinking about the fact that he kind of just shit his pants?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
I tell him that he don't care.
And guess what? It doesn't stop.
Look, if she
So,
troopers through, that is a woman right there.
That's what I'm saying. She's a good soldier.
But I'm just saying you could also be a little bit of a gentleman and not spew your fecal
Okay, but to be
matter
fair,
all over
like
the
I
room.
said, if it's before, it's not on purpose. Afterwards, though, yeah, usually.
You fucking 80-year-old anus Cody. Like, what do you mean not on
I'm
purpose?
serious.
How do you not have control of that?
Well, no, because
How much anal sex have you
I
had?
was joking about your uncle.
No, because sometimes I just don't feel it. Like sometimes it's just.
Oh my God.
It's just not there, and then I move, and it's like, oh, there it was.
What the hell?
I'm just saying. What? I think honestly, my body is so used to feeling that way that sometimes it's just like, nah, it's normal, and it doesn't, set off an alarm.
Does the bottom of your chair or couch at home look like this?
Yeah.
Like, you're just constantly sitting on a fist-like apparatus.
Hey, listen.
Like, how can you not control your own
Wow.
sphincter or
Sometimes
know like something's
I-
knocking at the door?
I can control it, but sometimes I just don't notice.
You mean you don't notice?
I don't feel fart coming on.
You don't feel like
No, sometimes I don't.
that's great. That's fantastic.
Listen.
You're probably one of those bend over farters.
Yeah.
See, I wish I lived
Actually,
with you.
God.
it was just a few weeks ago. We were sitting at the table, and I dropped my phone or something. I bent over to grab it. See, like right there, that was super dangerous.
Just you mentioning that almost made me spit up.
Because here's the thing is,
Because that's
now
the funniest thing.
I feel it knocking at the gates, and I still did it. That was dangerous. But I don't know. I'll just bend over, and it's not bad. It's just like a little, boop, and then it's done. I have some monsters sometimes though.
But I mean, any of it is fecal matter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if it's a prelude to sex, I just feel like that kills the
It's
mood
not
of it.
a prelude.
I'm not saying you start the show off with farting. I'm saying,
He likes
I'm not
his
saying
farts to get her in the
opener
mood.
for the night is gas, but
No, but sometimes it works. My favorite
that's
is
his love. That's how he. That's his like his love call.
I'm releasing pheromones.
Oh my god.
My favorite foreplay move is the Dutch oven.
No
You
way.
actively do that? You really
No.
actually?
Oh.
I don't think I ever have Dutch oven. Do you? Have I?
It's
It's where you
horrible.
fart and hold you under the covers. It wouldn't surprise me honestly if I have one. Not often.
Not often.
Not mad.
Huh?
Not
Oh,
mad.
well, yeah, I figured.
What a gentleman.
Baby, I would never do that to you.
I'm
Go with her then.
I'm taking yeah.
I would even let
I'm
you
gonna
finish
play-
first.
I'm gonna play Skyrim.
I think it's funny. I do think it's funny that Tanya, like, wants to take our girlfriends, and it's like, you know, you're gonna have to get
Right.
like a long, hardworking job, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
'Cause
especially
here's
if
the
you
thing.
want to take mine, she's a hard ass. You
'Cause
think I'm a hard ass? That's where I got it from.
Here's the two things that you need to understand if you take our women out. One, they aren't getting our cards. Two, you're freeing up our time. That means either we get to hang out or we get to hang out with ourselves individually. Either way, A-okay.
Yeah, I'm not spending money,
Yeah,
and I'm having fun.
yeah. We
Just
can play
actually,
Madden or UFC or something.
The reason I'm late, just picked up the VR kit for the Nintendo Switch.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did.
I'm gonna be playing that tonight.
Did you get that Trump porn thing?
Oh my
Right, that
god.
weird thing we had.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be fucked up. If that's the thing that was set on for the Switch.
That would be
It's
really
like all these little kids playing the Switch.
That's a good idea.
My kid's just like, no wonder he's so popular. Trump gets it.
Has to pay for it, but
Yeah, but you know, whatever. I think it would be really funny if that VR, the Trump VR that we had, like just had like all of a sudden just pee coming down on you.
Ew.
just dribbling down the front of the
Because
screen.
you don't know it. You never saw this before, way before you actually. When we got sent a VR kit and we were playing with it, and the like the one program was a Donald Trump porn where you're
Yeah.
Donald Trump, and it's two like blonde Russian-looking girls. That's why I said it'd been hilarious if it's just like.
Oh my god.
Like, maybe, like, something tells you outside of it, like one of your friends to pour a cup of water on you.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That would be hilarious, right?
Hey, come here real quick.
Wow.
So, since we've wasted half of our show,
Do you want to actually do some news? Yes.
no, yes, but I was gonna say, I was expecting a call.
As far as Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I didn't either until I looked over and I'm like, wow.
Well, I was getting into his sex story, and then your
It's
your
riveting,
ass.
isn't it?
It is.
A lot of people get my ass.
A lot of
Oh,
people.
we're noticing.
That's why it doesn't feel
We're noticing.
Actually, before we do news, I want to play the game.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I mean, I doubt we're getting a phone call, so.
I'm beginning to think we're not. So, due to the recent outbreak that's going on in here in the United States,
Oh, I thought you meant in Cody's pants.
Cody just shit himself again. I came up with some questions,
Alright,
and we'll
let's do
see
this.
how many, and you just answer them how you feel they work, okay? And we'll see who wins. Number 1. Do vaccines cause autism?
Yes.
No.
Look at Sable's face.
She knows it's yes, too.
Look, I don't want this to come out mean, Sable, because God, you're hot. But I'm beginning to question if you don't have a form of autism because of who you're.
That was a double-edged
Wait, what do you
sword.
mean by that? I'm on the fucking spectrum, asshole. What is that supposed to
I'm
mean?
pretty sure I am too, honestly.
Yeah.
No, but like I got this. No. See, that's the thing. Is she went, oh my god, because you know we're hypochondriacs, but I got the smart side of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I have just a little touch of autism, which gives me the ability to be smart. But then like anymore,
I was swallowing when you said that.
like
That's what she
if
said.
God had just dropped a few more sprinkles in there, just a few more drops, then I'd be like the you're autistic.
That's how I feel. Like, because I mean, my genes definitely didn't give me my intelligence. My
No.
parents are stupid.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Mine aren't dumb,
Oh
but
my
they
god.
aren't.
I know your parents.
They aren't like sit down and
Jesus.
talk chemistry or science or anything like that.
They have no and not just your parents, but like mine. They have no interest in like educating themselves either.
Right. So
yeah, that
there's
had to
no
come
other
from-
explanation.
Like my weird obsession, that had to come from
unless they
something.
just put like a little extra aluminum in our vaccine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
god.
we're basically a healthy dose of autism.
Right. The good autism.
You're really beginning to question your choices in life, aren't you? Look at her face.
She's with an autistic guy that shits his pants all the time.
Now when you put it like that, I think
She's
I
a winner.
babysit something like that.
Hey, for Kansas, that's a winner.
He's not fucking his sister. That's all that matters.
You don't know that.
Are you? Well, and I can't say he's not fucking animals because we talked about it one day and he was really not against it.
His sister turned him down because his clit's too big.
your little micro.
You know what makes that fun? Stop. Fix it. Fix it.
What did I do?
Stop bumping shit.
Something
swear.
did cut out for like a half a
Sorry.
second if you didn't hear it.
Oh my god.
So what makes that funny, Cody?
Oh, she's a lesbian.
I know.
Oh.
Is she really?
Yeah.
We're like this, me and Cody.
Yeah.
I remember everything about him.
Yeah. We've known each other for a hot minute.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, but not like the
I'm
pretty
just
kind.
saying that I'm beginning to question how straight you are, but if his sister's better looking, you could.
We look almost the same. No, really. Like me and my sister look a lot alike. And she's my half sister. That's the crazy part.
The interesting thing is like she got his head hair on her crotch though.
You would pull down her pants and just after.
Yeah. She can't wear short shorts.
Pull it down so
Oh,
I'm singing Colt
Jesus
45.
It looks like Carrot Top got shoved in her crotch.
I can't with you. Stop. Okay, so according to a study from Denmark, they found no association between being vaccinated against measles, mumps, rubella, or anything that develops autism. According to the Denmark study, autism is a neurological disorder that just happens. So we'll give the point to Cody, because Jay's retarded.
I'm going to give him the point because I know he wasn't serious.
Look at him, he's like, maybe I was.
Of course I wouldn't.
Okay. How many countries require vaccines?
We need an exact amount.
I'll give you within
Wait,
5.
So how many are there total? And then I'll subtract 1 for America.
I hate to be.
Well, minus the third world.
See, that's what I was gonna say. And like, what do you mean by required? Like government mandated, or do they get? Or do they
each
get
country.
fines?
Or they kick you out of the tribe.
The country requires.
Right, but I mean like prison time, fines. I mean,
No.
we get fines here in
Yeah.
America if we don't.
Yeah, well, you can get prison time too.
Yeah, you can. Like what do you?
Like if you were to, it's required by that country to have them.
Alright, so
It's- And some of them are even mandated that you get them no matter what.
here's what we'll
countries
do.
are there?
I got this. I know how to settle this.
64?
That's exactly what I was looking up. 64?
There's more than 64 countries.
I don't know. There's 64 something. I know it's not continents.
Okay, so there are 195 countries.
Jesus, tits, I was way
Yeah.
off.
So, how about we
Geography J over here.
we pick a number?
Yeah, that.
And
yeah.
And within 5, either up or down, I'll give it to
No,
you.
see, I was gonna say whoever just like up or down.
Closest.
Like if
Why don't we do Price is Right rules?
What's
Closest without going over.
Okay.
Okay, so let me shithole countries over there. So
Ask your president.
I'm gonna say, man, that's tough. I'm gonna say 73.
I'm pushing it. I'm gonna say 74.
See, that's what I was saying.
I'm
That
doing-
was such a
I'm
dick
doing
move
right.
on the Price
That's
is
what,
Right.
no, that's what I was
That's
saying
what
to
they
do
do.
though.
God.
No, I actually I would say like 117.
You're both wrong. It's 31.
So
Oh,
I was
shit.
closest.
Yeah. And only 5 countries
Only
require
31?
everything, yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, although some probably can't do. I mean, like, look, like they couldn't mandate that in Yemen right now.
Yeah.
No.
They couldn't mandate it in Venezuela.
By the way, I love the conversation with that guy on Facebook.
I don't know
Tommy.
who the fuck he is, but God, he had me
He's
rolling.
so stupid.
he's a comedian.
I saw
So
that.
I
He's
almost
not
went
funny.
after him about
He's not
that.
funny.
His
Because
comedy's horrible.
well, you know what his profile says?
Huh.
Aspiring stand-up comedian.
How do you aspire?
And I almost said something along the lines of, for a comedian, you sure are political. You could at least make it funny. And I'm talking about your jokes, not the politics.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right.
Because
Like,
really,
have you looked up his? I was gonna.
No, but
once
you
we
know-
get audio.
We
back
should
on
play
this
it.
show. I wanted to break down his stand-up.
so here's the thing. Like our friend Alex Elkin, Morton, Tony, why can't I remember? Tony Tone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
They all pretty consistently post jokes.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all pretty funny.
This dude didn't
Ricky
post any.
does. Yeah.
And I'm
I
not saying like if you're a
mean, no, it's not
comedian,
your job.
I'm not
yeah.
saying every post has to be a joke, but you're a comedian. If you want to do something, throw a joke in there. Because I literally went down his page and it was all just far right bullshit.
Right, that's his.
I didn't
entire
see
thing.
any jokes.
You should listen to his act though. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Really?
It's so bad.
Yikes.
Alrighty.
So, who won that?
We're still going.
No. That
Tony
question.
just thought it was over.
None, because you guys went over. The answer
Yeah,
was
we-
31.
Yeah, we did.
Bullshit, because I was close.
Yeah, but again,
You
it was
still went
Price-
over.
It was Price is Right rules.
Look, he's like, fuckers. Okay. Do you have to have vaccines to travel to Mexico?
No.
Yes. Wait, just to Mexico, or do you plan on coming back?
You could plan on coming back, but
Then
to
yes,
travel.
without a
Well,
doubt.
okay, yeah, see, that's different. If you're going just to Mexico, no, but if you're coming back, yeah.
Actually, it is now being a requirement to go to Mexico that you get travel vaccines, and they are asking for you to do it. And not only that, because normally it's typhoid, cholera, and rubella, they are now requiring yellow fever, and due to the recent outbreaks, measles.
Yellow fever.
Which is good, by the way, in my opinion.
Apparently, yellow fever is making a comeback in Mexico.
Yeah.
And they are asking people at borders, and because they're called travel vaccines, they are offered free to people who are getting off of airplanes or coming across certain parts of the border.
Damn, so I just gotta travel to Mexico to get a free shot?
Welcome to Mexico.
Hell yeah. I'm going to Tijuana.
We're taking a donkey show.
Hell yeah.
He'd be in the donkey show. He doesn't feel anything back there. He's
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Yeah. Yellow fever though reminds me of like a 49er. You know,
Right.
like mining for gold.
Yeah.
He's got like 2 teeth. You know, like. Oh yeah. You know that high squeaky voice that they have.
Hi there.
Yeah.
How the hell are you?
That exactly
wow.
reminds me of yellow
You do
fever.
that way too well.
Thanks. I do what I can.
Oh my god. So currently, right now, how many people have the measles in the United States?
Why do you keep asking such specific questions?
Yes.
Because most of this has been in the news the last couple of weeks.
I'm
But you
sorry
said
I don't
right
remember the
now.
exact.
Yeah, exactly. All over the entire.
In the United States, and I'll give you within 20.
I'm gonna say 2,000.
I'm gonna say 640.
Jay's closer, but it's 555
As of today.
as of like 3 hours ago because I double checked before you
Okay,
guys got
so
here.
I may be closer now.
You could be.
Could be.
Well, and according to my news sources, in 2014, the U.S. had over 800 measles cases, and most of them were secluded to an Amish community in Ohio who brought over a bunch of refugees and from the
Fucking
Philippines,
immigrants.
right?
In Ohio.
From the Philippines, though, so it wasn't even anywhere southern.
Oh.
It was the Philippines.
The Philippines are southern.
Still southern.
Yeah.
It's
The Philippines are in Asia.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
they aren't.
But that's in the southern border.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I meant from, like, Mexico.
Oh, you
Because
didn't.
that's where a lot of people... I'm sorry, that's on me. Because a
So
lot
you
of people...
automatically think the South is just Mexico?
There's Mexico,
There's
And-
Mexico's more South Mexico.
and then there's South Mexico, and then Southwest Mexico.
Then there's
You mean the
Africa.
bean-eating blackies?
The bean-eating blackies. No, the watermelons.
babies?
Those are water babies.
Oh,
Okay.
my mistake.
I wish I'd redo Muppet Babies as water babies.
That would
I
be
know.
That'd
fucking
be
hilarious.
fantastic.
They did that with Game of Thrones. They added Muppets to Game of Thrones, and that was fucking amazing.
Ah, you ruined it. I thought you meant like they had mentally challenged people in Game of Thrones. 'Cause that would be
Hodor.
my chair. Like slapping each other over a chair.
Wow.
Game
Are
of
you
autism.
keeping points? Because there's
Yeah,
just
we
a
haven't
bunch of
scored
ones.
any. No, there's just one. We've only gotten 1 point each, and it
Well,
was.
Jay got that one for do you have to have
No, I
vaccine?
didn't.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, I
God.
got the one if you got vaccines, but I didn't get this last one. Because you said within
Yeah, see,
20.
he gets another
He
point.
didn't even get that one.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. You said
Oh.
within 20. I said 6, 14. You said 5.
I mean, the
585.
travel one you didn't get.
No, because he said
I
that
think
you
we
have to
both
have
got it.
vaccines to travel.
Yeah. I thought you said so too.
Yeah,
No.
we said the same
Then
thing.
put a point down.
Yeah, you're the scorekeeper.
Jesus.
Well, you said we got it wrong.
You're like angry.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I don't
You're
lose.
keeping track. How many illnesses have been eradicated by vaccines?
Stop with the goddamn numbers.
Like in total?
Yeah.
Jesus
What do you mean
Christ.
illnesses too? Like,
No, just by vaccine.
Like the cold? Or
none.
like. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Okay, wait. Oh, there's polio.
Actually, no. Technically, he is right now.
Yeah, like polio.
Because they keep the storage up in the pole.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's. How many illnesses have been eradicated in the wild then?
In the wild.
That's just answer the fucking
Yeah, in
question,
the
Jesus
jungle?
Christ. Yes.
What? What do you mean in the wild?
I will explain it after you answer my fucking question.
Well, but
And I'll even give it to you within 10.
this is like a question that Jesse Lee Peterson gives. Like,
Right.
you're not framing the question properly. Look, like,
mean,
if you
just
want to know,
like-
like, how many diseases have been eradicated because of...
Because of vaccines.
And are you
like,
talking
there's
about
not
cases?
many. There's not really...
No, like, certain, like,
Yeah, that's what I thought
polio,
first.
smallpox, cholera. How many of those have been completely eradicated?
I'm gonna say
Except
5.
for what they keep on hand.
I'm gonna say 5.
Yeah, only, like, a couple, because they keep coming back.
How many is a couple? You gotta give us.
Okay, yeah, like 2 or 3.
Actually, it's just one.
Okay, yeah, see, I did first
So,
say
yeah,
one,
and I
didn't
said 10.
What was
It's,
it?
smallpox. And the only form of smallpox around is in actually 2 places. The CDC in Atlanta, Georgia, and then in the National Health Organization in Norway. They're the only 2 forms, or 2 types of smallpox you'll ever find is
Good to
behind
know.
closed doors.
Be a shame if that ever got out.
Yeah, Steph and
I'm
I got into an
vaccinated.
argument about that because I was like, really, through all of science and everything, we've never actually cured anything.
Right. I said 5 just to give it a little bit of wiggle room. but
Right, there might be some
I
shit
was
you hadn't heard of.
Right.
Mhm.
I was thinking more along your lines, but I was like, I don't also
Well, and that's
know.
why they said they kept the little bit of smallpox they have just in case. But there is, you will not find anybody that has had smallpox in
They just kept a
120
little
years.
bit. Just in
To
case.
the Native Americans.
Just in case someone really evil decided to work there.
Or they really want those casinos. Hey guys, I brought the blankets. What? That's
Well,
history.
and that
Yeah.
brings us to our next question.
So did he get that? Does that count?
You both get it because I said within 10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alrighty. Is the Black Plague eradicated?
No.
I know, I was going to call it plague.
No.
No, of course not. In fact, there's an outbreak now.
That is correct.
You know why that was a stupid question? Because you literally just asked us how many were eradicated.
I know, and
And
that's
then
why
you
I'm
told
glad
us
that you
the
got
when.
it. That's why I'm glad. Sometimes, though, I question you guys. And Jay is correct. There's actually 2 forms of the Black Plague. And one of them is the one, it's carried by the fleas of rodents.
Yeah.
But did you know in Afghanistan and Pakistan, in the wild, in the parts of their desert,
We just
you
call
can
them
get
ISIS.
you can get the plague by walking through their desert.
Yeah, I believe that. Sounds like terrorism to
Yeah.
me. So we need a tiebreaker. We're stuck at 4. Got
Okay.
anything for me?
Well, how many more are there?
One more.
Oh.
Okay, and this is it.
So knowing what we do know is there's 2 types of polio. Polio 1 and P2 are both eradicated.
No.
Old FDR leg?
That's what I was thinking too.
That's correct. Cody is correct. It's
Well,
fuck.
I didn't say anything. I
Well,
made
you
a
keep
joke.
talking.
Well, too
There,
late.
Jay does not get the point.
Woo!
So if you were to walk through, God, I love you. Any forms of jungle, as you call it, in the wild, polio is not found. They have completely eradicated. Here's where it gets icky, though.
Icky? Who
Icky.
says that?
I do.
That's a weird fucking way to say it too, because like,
I know.
dude, like John, if you walk through the jungles, you're not gonna find jaundice either.
Well, and that's how they call it. They call it wild polio and wild plague.
Wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pokemon trainers are out.
But here's why polio is not eradicated. In 2016, it was discovered that one of the vaccines that they were giving to Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Nigeria's Dominican Republic of the Congo got a live form of polio.
So do we
So
think that was
everybody-
a coincidence?
Right?
All I'm
Yeah,
Right?
no, exactly.
But because of those,
John Bolton just fucked up.
Right.
but because of that, 600 people got the live vaccine, or got it in a form of vaccine, and that restarted it. And that's why a lot of those people, they're supposed to be tested before they are granted to come to the United States, because in the United States right now there is no live polio. But, you know, it's in the Dominican Republic of the Congo, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, which obviously people aren't really testing as much.
Well, and a much bigger problem with that actually is that there are groups. In fact, Cody and I watched this documentary together. This lady.
Wasn't that cute how he said that?
We were together.
This group, they would go around and they would vaccinate
Oh, yeah.
the kids, and most of the parents would turn them down because of religious reasons.
Yeah.
And so then they all had FDR legs.
Their blood just hurt for the rest of their
Where's
life.
Allah now, bitch?
Sneaking up behind kids, stab them in the neck with a vaccine. Blow dart.
But did you know that a lot of the people, they do not believe that polio was a thing?
Yeah.
Or that smallpox is not a big deal, and that if we would just let certain people get it, it would go away naturally?
But you know there's a lot of people that didn't think Vanilla Ice was a thing. I mean, it kind of just depends on when you grew up and what you had around you.
No eyes.
See?
Like the singer?
Ice Ice Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
bet you
okay.
asked a teenager now, like, hey, you remember Vanilla Ice? They'd be like, oh.
Well, they wouldn't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Polio.
they
We haven't had it around for a long time. Don't remember everything.
Both are for the better.
Exactly.
Dun, 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 dun. Ice, ice, baby. No? No backup here?
Nope.
Okay.
I was looking for a place to put the
Oh, just the...
because that's going to change everything.
You're right.
Queen can't sue now.
Nah, that's true.
So, okay, Miss, I'm gonna judge everybody on their intelligence by a game I create, and I'm gonna have all the answers in front of me. Let me ask you a question.
He's salty because I won.
You know what?
Is that
you
blood?
Where?
Right there.
No?
Looks like blood. What is? That's how polio starts. Right
Right.
there. What STD is the most common amongst animals?
Amongst animals?
Yeah.
An STD?
Yes.
Gonorrhea?
No.
No.
Cody?
I think it's chlamydia.
You are correct.
Is
And
it?
what animal is that?
Koala.
Yes.
How the fuck do koalas get chlamydia?
Well.
No!
Cody spent
They're
a
little
lot.
baby bears!
They get a lot.
Cody's like, yeah, they're cute though.
That's pretty fucking
They
cute.
they get chlamydia so bad that Cody, can you explain?
Yeah. No.
Oh, about the treatment center.
Oh yeah. So wasn't it Joe Rogan?
John Oliver.
John Oliver, yeah.
Oh my God.
He actually has a treatment center in Australia for it.
For
'Cause
koalas.
They're
With
literally
chlamydia?
There's literally so many koalas down there with chlamydia. They opened a treatment center.
That
for
is
koalas.
horrible. Okay, it's like a 2 foot tall. Who looks at this thing and goes, my God, I'm gonna
Well,
fuck that
the thing
tonight?
is, and you were onto it. That's the thing that people don't think of. They're just like, oh, that sucks. But how'd they get chlamydia? Realistically,
I mean-
some dude probably fucked a koala bear.
Yeah, probably.
Realistically.
Like how they hold on to the branches. He was like, I bet they can hold on to my dick like that. Like those
Wow.
fingerling toys?
Yeah. The little
Wrap a koala hand around your
Jesus.
dick?
Because look, all I'm saying is that if you have, 100 koalas, and none of them have chlamydia, but they're all fucking each other, none of them are gonna get chlamydia because they don't have chlamydia. So an outside source has to come, which either means there's a rogue koala or there's a rogue dude.
Oh.
And my money's on the dude.
So, I guess the thing would be is,
Don't fuck koalas.
Wrong.
Right.
That's a bad lesson.
And plus, I mean, you can't expect them to get chlamydia on their own. Like, they sleep 20 hours a day.
Yeah, that must be nice.
All they do is fucking eat, bang, and sleep.
Yeah, that must be nice.
Right?
You guys really destroyed koalas for me.
No, some random guy destroyed koalas.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, well.
Whoever...
The circle of life.
They're just searching for whoever that Freddie Mercury is that
Yeah.
got in there and fucked up the
Isn't that
koalas.
how certain places in Africa got AIDS? Was the guy who was fucking monkeys?
No, actually, that was because a doctor, I forget his name, but he was experimenting with HIV and AIDS, and he was injecting tribes with it.
Yeah, he was like, how do we kill black people better?
Yeah, no,
More
really,
effectively.
like, he was testing.
It's not a joke.
He was using human experiments.
Yeah, that actually isn't a joke.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
and then,
but
and then our president at the time was like, we should get that in there to kill more black people. It's not even kidding.
Yeah.
well, our president's a piece of shit.
And then there again, we had Freddie Mercury come in and he
Freddie
just
Mercury.
fucked it all up. Now it's a gay disease.
But I mean, okay, seriously, why would anybody? It's a koala. They're just little animals.
See, you make the point better and better as you speak.
Right?
I
And
mean,
sleeping 20 hours a day. Look, if you get them at like hour 12, I bet they're good and passed out.
They've reached REM.
You can probably do a good Insta. And they won't wake up by the time you're done.
I mean, that just makes me think of that one guy we talked about months ago that fucked the dog to death. Oh.
That's how I'd want to die.
It's how you're going to die.
I mean, he's not even gonna know because he can't feel it. I mean.
Not when the mountain's hog is coming through his mouth. He's gonna turn Cody's face into Oberyn's face with his dick.
Oh God.
Wait, so like Oberyn's sister?
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
It's your
I'm
future.
really worried about you. Can you go to the doctor and have them check your colon?
Nah.
They're gonna be elbow deep and like, so still nothing?
Is it in?
Cody will still be able to fart somehow?
God. Ugh.
Do you think anyone's ever done that?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, do you think they'd actually just be too plugged up?
Oh yeah, they have
'cause
to
you get
dig it
gas
out.
Bubbles. There's gas bubbles all up in your shit.
No, I know, but I mean like, you know, knuckle deep and they fart on your hand.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
How do you think they decompact certain people? They have to go in.
I want that job.
That's like how when you die, you shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be messy for me. I'm already
You're
bad.
just gonna have like a South Park episode.
Oh my God.
Like the one when Chef died.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So news.
News.
Let's do
Okay.
actual news.
So we found out about the Mueller
Mueller.
Mueller report yesterday. It came out.
No collusion.
I heard Trump said he was fucked.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys about that.
How much of it did you guys get read? Is my
What,
question.
the report?
Yeah.
Like a page.
I read the highlights.
Yeah. I'll watch the clip. So, do you think that he actually said, "Oh my God, this is the end of my presidency. I'm so fucked"?
Yeah,
To an
yeah,
extent,
he had to.
because
No,
he
because-
fired Jeff Sessions for it. I mean, that's what
So I
they're
don't think
saying.
he did.
No, he had to because that report is word for word what happened. There can't be lies in there.
Yeah.
Or you're.
Because there's like a person taking notes in there.
Well, no, because it's all done under oath. That's why. Like,
Yeah, but
if you lied under that, then you're subject to.
if they find
It's
out,
like-
and that's the thing is, if anybody gets convicted in this, they're already doing prison time.
But like, okay, so they questioned if he didn't say that, he would have. I'm sure he would have said, "I never said that."
Yeah,
Correct.
That's true. Yeah.
And there's a reason why. And like, my point to that is, because I know you're like, yeah, but he says he doesn't say all sorts of shit. He said his dad was born in Germany.
yeah.
But like, did you see the thing where they called out Sarah Sanders for lying?
Yeah.
The reason why she just admitted it.
Where she made up the story.
Right.
About the FBI agent.
Exactly. The reason why she just admitted it was because there's this signed affidavit that said she said that in the report. You
Yeah.
don't lie on that. Like,
No.
and that's what all of it is. They're all affidavits. They're all done under oath. So everything in there is true. So yeah, I do believe he said that, but I don't know. I guess I don't read it the same way everyone else did. Because I know a lot of people who are like, oh, see, this shows everything.
No, not necessarily. I mean, it shows he's a shitty human being.
What does it show, Tanya?
Not much, because a lot of it's been fucking redacted.
What?
No. Most of the stuff that was redacted had to do with Oliver Stone, or not Oliver Stone, but yeah, him.
Yep.
Stone.
Robert?
No.
Did you have a seizure?
What is his name? Fucking prick.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can picture his stupid face.
Yeah.
Stupid
It
face.
starts with an R, doesn't it? Are you looking it up?
Nope.
No, why would you be?
The dime store Mike Pence.
I know, I know. Hang on.
Yeah, I know his name is Stone.
Rolling Stone?
Rolling Stone. I don't know. That's what Google says. I feel like that's correct.
I can't get no satisfaction. Oh, where is he? Holy shit. No. Roger.
Roger. Yeah, Roger Stone.
That was close.
But yeah, most of it that's been redacted was that stuff, and that's
Yeah.
because there's still an ongoing case.
Yeah. But I think, I don't know if you did, but I meant, because you said the "oh my god, I'm so fucked" quote doesn't mean that he's admitting everything, so what did you mean? You said, no, I don't think it means that.
Because I've said that before, and it's not been about anything bad. I mean, he's probably...
He's saying it's the end of his presidency.
But I mean, okay, what did you think that was so bad about what they found that's in the Mueller report? Because I didn't read the whole report. I read half of it, and...
Right. I mean, no, I mean...
He's wondering about that specific statement.
Yeah, because I kind of take it as... I mean, that's kind of admitting obstruction of justice, in a way.
I was hoping it'd be like, yeah, they're going to find out about all the hookers and the dead body, and...
Well, I mean...
Yeah, I was
you
hoping
guys-
that there would be
you
a
guys
dead body.
took it that same way. That's where I said I didn't read it that way.
How'd you read it?
That once they go dig, like, for me, it almost unequivocally it proved that, and especially reading a little bit more into it, is there's some really, really strong specifics, but namely that he was afraid they were going to go into his finances. Yeah. And because Mueller is I don't know. I'm torn on Mueller too. Like, and I have been for a very long time. You have to admit, I've said that from day one. Not that like, oh, I'm not gonna be that Democrat who's now against Mueller because that report didn't say what I wanted it to say. But I've always said like that dude he gave us reasons to go to Iraq.
Right.
And the Democrats have been behind him for the last 2 years. That like doesn't add up to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think he meant like, oh, like they're gonna find out about the collusions and they're gonna find out about the.
No, and I don't know. I still think collusion was too big of a point in this whole thing. I think if they'd have focused their efforts elsewhere, probably could have found something. But I think the sole point of this was collusion.
Yeah.
I don't think that was worth pursuing.
No,
Because I don't think he colluded.
No, I don't. Yeah, and the report just proved to me more and more that he didn't.
Right.
I mean, and
Now, if they had gone after his finances, he would have been fucked.
that's where I've been at, and that's what I said this entire time. Like, there's definitely financial wrongdoing.
Mm-hmm.
We have definite proof of that, but what we didn't know and what I was curious about was the scope of Mueller's investigation. We really didn't. There's all these people who are indicted for this and that. I mean, there's still. I still say this was the one that we should be paying attention to. The one that should get all the attention is the hearing in the Southern District of New York. That's the big one. The Mueller report was kind of bullshit. This whole collusion shit, just because media got behind it. And I mean, again, looking at the report, it gives people like Tommy D that
What a dick.
that point to be like, so you guys said he's the worst guy ever, and look, he didn't even do what you're all saying he did.
Right.
And so many people got behind that. And yeah, like, as where, at least personally, I feel like, I really do feel like MSNBC and Rachel Maddow should lose all their credentials.
Think so?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
yeah, here's the only thing though, is if they do, the other side should. Because ultimately, the only reason Rachel Maddow goes on about it is because she's a shill, as you say. She's paid. I mean,
Right.
the other side's paid too. They're both spreading their bullshit.
I agree, but I guess the difference is
Do you need to go over
No.
there and like poop or?
It's alright. It's just gonna rumble till we're done.
my thing about the whole the Rachel Maddow though is, for one, she hasn't redacted her story.
Yeah, I know.
She hasn't said I lied. I have really had no proof. But every night you look at MSNBC and Rachel Maddow, proof that Trump is colluding with Russia.
Or even,
There wasn't a
or even just like, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'd even take that.
And see, then I get further into it, and I'm like, well, and especially being from, I guess, small market media, whatever you want to call us,
Yeah.
a 90% of the chance 90% of the time we do news stories.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just, sit around and have fun and whatever. And I look at someone like Alex Jones, who, he lied about this, he lied about that, we're taking everything away.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But Rachel Maddow spent 2 years talking about bullshit, and she still, and MSNBC, they all still get their credentials?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's where I'm like, no, they knowingly, I wouldn't even say CNN.
I would
Because
say.
CNN did bring up little droplets, but they never really, like, that wasn't their livelihood.
Yeah. I would say that the only significant difference between those two is, I wouldn't say Rachel Maddow and MSNBC promoted hate and violence like Alex Jones did. He sparked a lot of people to violence.
I don't know.
I think that would probably be the deciding factor. I'm not saying Rachel Maddow didn't, but how many people did you hear, in the name of Rachel Maddow?
How many people, though, technically, did you hear in the name of Alex Jones?
A lot.
I didn't really hear a lot of...
I heard a lot of people say that so Alex Jones told me, or Alex Jones, but I mean he didn't they don't necessarily
No,
say that.
okay, but then
Lord God, Alex Jones.
But then by that same philosophy, we can't get mad at the New Zealand shooter for having Trump's mantra on there.
Right.
Because Trump didn't tell him that. They were just his words. So if that's the case, then it's one and the same thing.
That's my point.
So, I mean, but I think where we differ is, I think that we should be upset at Trump because those are his words. I think we should be upset at Alex Jones because those are his words. It's kind of like a Charles Manson thing.
I think, for me, it really breaks down to what is hate speech.
Anything, I don't know, what is the fucking word? Anything promoting violence, of physical, mental abuse, speech, whatever, against a group. And obviously the New Zealand, drastic, yeah. The New Zealand shooter was one. Trump with, the synagogues.
Okay, so let me just break this down I'm not even fact checking you here. What did Trump say that promoted physical violence?
Well, okay, so on the Jewish aspect, I wouldn't say it was as much as what he said. It was more what he didn't say. Like when or for instance, well, there's good people on both sides. Or didn't denounce KKK funding.
Fair point,
And
but that
stuff
goes
like
against
that.
what you were saying, though. Trust me, I'm not happy about taking the side of the argument. I'm really not.
Right.
But it doesn't go. That's not what you were saying.
How so?
Well, you said anything that promotes physical violence
Mm-hmm.
against a group of people, but Trump didn't do that.
True.
So then, there really was no hate speech. Like, that's my issue with hate speech and how it's how it's perceived, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know. Now we all know. Some of us are still going to hold on to it. That Rachel Maddow and MSNBC and most of those big left-wing media groups were lying about Russia. You don't think that caused division and hate? Of course that did.
Yeah.
That caused a fuck ton of division. That should be, that's no better than at least what Trump did. It's arguably a lot worse.
Yeah.
I don't know, Tanya, what's your thoughts? Well, you're fucking around. Like,
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm
He's
saying-
really
well,
angry with me, isn't he?
I'm staying
Wow.
out of this.
no, I'm just saying, like, you're like, you guys were laughing, like, but I'm like, no, I mean, you're obviously maybe bored, or...
Oh my god, what
You
a
sound like a
dick.
teacher.
I'm
I don't
telling
You want
you.
to share it with the classroom? What do you have to say?
I mean, you can't take out the fact that these, especially with the shooter in New Zealand, you can't take out the fact that because of what he heard from Trump made him want to do this, but you can't completely blame it on them. And I mean, I kind of, you can't really say that MSNBC, yes, they were spreading false news, but they're still, I mean, do you feel like they're protected under the First Amendment in freedom of speech?
Not any more than what our president would be.
I mean, and yeah, I don't like what he says. Grab him by the pussy is not something I feel like people should be.
Fine.
But there's only so much you can do because of it. No, I don't like it, but
So, like, what's your side on that, though? I guess.
I mean, no, I don't like it, but I support you doing it.
What? Wait. Maybe you want to think about that and rephrase that. Because basically what you just said is you support what, like, New Zealand did, the shooter.
No, I support the fact that you are able to say what you want to say.
With bullets.
No, your freedom of speech. Not that you should go out.
SJW Cody.
Wow. Right? God.
I'm just saying.
So what you're saying is nobody should be held accountable for hate speech and stuff.
I mean, and it sucks. And I think it really does. I hated the fact that people are promoting the KKK by leaving literature and posting shit on Facebook. No, I'm not saying go out and kill every black person you see.
I mean,
I'm saying they
of,
have
if you're
a-
saying no one, you're saying
They have
no,
the right
it's okay
to
if
say
no,
that. They have
but you're
that
also
right.
saying that nobody should be held responsible. So you're saying that absolutely, I do have the right. If I say, fuck Jews, go kill all the Jews, right? And then somebody does go out and just
Maybe surprised why we get
slaughters-
blocked on YouTube.
Can you time cap that? I want that as on my
I want it on my
soundboard.
ringtone. And then somebody goes out and just massacres Jews. You're saying I shouldn't be held responsible at all. Because I did say, fuck Jews. Okay, better yet. Even if I didn't say, go kill them. Oh, I said, fuck Jews, they don't belong here.
There you
kinda
go.
Like he has said against
I don't
racism.
like what you're saying, but you're not.
So
if
you're
you were to
saying-
tell, like, your little friend over here, Sable, you go kill them fucking Jews, they deserve to die, and she does it, you're both guilty because you told her to.
Right.
But if you say, you know what, all Jews deserve this, and this is how it should be, I don't like what you're
And so
saying,
you're
but you have the right to say it.
So you're saying...
You're a shitty human being,
That when
but you can still say what you want.
So you're saying that when a
Like
person...
when Jay talks about wetbacks, I don't like how he talks about people or what that he thinks kids should be kennelled,
So...
but he has the right to say
I can
that.
decide with you.
Look at her face; she's over there freaking out.
So here's the difference.
Okay.
I am nobody, right? But when a person of power and importance gets in there, when a person of power and importance gets in there, people that,
I know it sucks.
right, but people listen to you. They take your word, like Trump, they take his word for God.
And
so,
he's a shitty human being.
so he shouldn't be held responsible at all.
Did he say
No.
go kill them?
No, he didn't. But it's the same thing when you talk down on Muslims and Jews and really anybody that's not white and rich, and then somebody goes out and kind of reads between the lines and does, kind of what you're insinuating, saying you shouldn't be held responsible at all.
You were technically not told to do it.
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm sorry, and it sucks. It just makes them shitty people. If Trump was out there saying, grab your AKs and go out there and just fucking take out anybody that's 2 shades darker than me. Okay, you know what? Fucking throw him up.
What's your response to the fact that all terrorist activity in 2018 that resulted in murder was done by alt-right conservatives? Which would be perpetrated by alt-wing rhetoric.
Right?
Which
No, it's
which
shitty.
again, I don't think is a coincidence that it went up once Trump got into presidency.
And I agree. Like, I completely agree with you. I also agree with the fact he has the right to say he does not like the black people. He's not physically saying, let's kill Sable.
Well,
He's
he
just
never
saying,
said
I
that.
don't like Sable.
I don't really think he's ever said that.
Yeah.
You should see what he says about Sable. Trump has an I hate Sable page.
In fact, if I remember right, one of his best comments about black people was, "Hey, that's my black guy."
Right,
That's my
yeah.
black guy. Oh my god, you're a black girl.
It's my
I
black
get
girl.
that a lot.
No, you get if you're Mexican a lot.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, she really does look more like my people.
You
Really?
look like a watermelon. You might want to change that.
I think that had a slightly racist undertone there. I don't.
I'm turning my whole thing on free speech.
Yeah. Oof.
But yeah, so you wouldn't have a retort to that kind of rhetoric actually causing terrorist activity. You feel like even though there's a correlation between that rhetoric and
I do feel that there is.
terrorist
Yes.
attack, of course, but you think that's fine just to continue that?
How are you going to stop it without taking away the First Amendment, though?
Because the First Amendment doesn't protect consequence.
There you go. They still have the right to. They can. They don't have to do
Jesus
it.
Fucking Christ.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let me break
So I think
it down.
you guys both said the same thing, but Cody, I think, maybe was referring to and thinking in places of like a free market of ideas, such as Twitter or
There you go.
Facebook, correct?
Eh,
No?
no.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking more like vlogging.
Like if
or,
they say it on there?
yeah.
No.
That's when you're not protected from consequence.
No, it doesn't have to be on social media.
Well, I meant like or TV or whatever.
Just in general.
You think even just in the open? Well, I mean, you are kind of right. Go ahead. I'll let you explain. Because yeah, I thought I saw something else.
No, I kind of spinning our tires here. My thing is simply that if you go out there and you promote these negative insinuations against any sort of people, and one of your followers, who you are God, goes out and does something about it, I think you are slightly responsible for that.
I
That's all
get
I'm saying.
that, and I understand, and I do agree with that. You also have the right to say that you hate black people, Cody. You need to come to terms with this. You obviously hate Jews because you said it quite a lot today.
This is what the centrist left does. They just insult you.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm trying to conjure my Tommy D up.
Right. The jokes weren't shitty enough.
Right.
Can you do? Doesn't he have an accent? Like when he's
Does he?
getting.
I don't think so.
He doesn't.
Not when I've heard him. But no, that's my issue in general with the whole thing is like either like we have to be fair about it, and I think Rachel Maddow and a lot of left-wing media caused a fuck ton of division in America. That's arguably it's not worse than what Alex Jones did, but it's getting up there. I mean, because what could it lead to?
Yeah.
I mean, and
But Alex Jones did also say get them before they get us.
of course, he said a
So
fuck ton of horrible shit. I mean, did he have a whole thing about how Mueller is a child molester
Yeah.
and people
Yeah.
should kill him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Newtown didn't happen.
right.
Yeah, their
right.
parents are faking it, and
Yeah.
Yeah, he said a fuck ton of horrible shit.
and he's a horrible human being.
I mean, I don't know him as a human being. He might be a nice guy.
Not according to his ex-wife.
No, yeah, but Joe Rogan likes him. Joe Rogan says he's cool.
Yeah.
One of our comics we had on says he's an alright guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that comic's a flat earther too.
No, I just mean though, as
hope
far
so.
as and like that went way deeper than my point. My point is they should lose social media credibility.
So,
The same way that Alex Jones.
do you
did.
mean that as like social media and their show?
No, they can still do their stupid
So
show.
why social media but not their show?
Principle?
Just
Principle on the fact that like anything.
kind of like a really hard slap on the wrist.
Yeah, kind of. And also because there again anything that has been shown recently to be false they're pulling it. So if you do a news show and you say fake stuff, have you ever wondered why there's not a fuck ton of like Fox News clips?
What do you mean?
Like on social media or even YouTube? Like Fox News clips are hard to
I
find.
never
on
actually
YouTube.
noticed that.
Check it out. It's
Now that
actually,
you say that, though, I'm like,
because yeah, they aren't 100% accurate, so they often get doxxed more than anyone else.
oh.
That's a big part of it. All right wing, all nationalism, all that stuff has been completely wiped from Facebook. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know where I stand as far as I'm probably somewhere in between you two, like, but I do think that there has to be rules that are implemented on the left as well, and we just haven't really seen that on the left. And this is a clear-cut case. We've spent millions of dollars, tons of time, and there was no collusion. And
Right.
it took people, like, I mean, it started off as two guys in a fucking store
Yeah.
doing a show on a goddamn phone
Yeah.
to say, yeah, there's no collusion, don't see anything.
Yeah.
And they have probably 500-600 people to do research and all of these, all this equipment, all these resources available to them, and they're openly lying to Americans. That should be that's a problem.
They do also have an agenda.
They do, and that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, on the other side of the Mueller report, though, they did not look at his finances. If they would have, much different story. Much different story.
Did you hear what Mueller said about Don Jr., by the way?
Which comment?
About how essentially he's too stupid to even bother investigating. He's too oblivious and unaware to even know that collusion is a bad thing.
Well,
that was basically his comment.
But did you see in the report where Don Jr. just came out and said, "Yeah, Dad's always gotten money from the Russians."
Yeah.
They really like his golf course, and he believed it.
Yeah.
He believed that they were overvaluing. So it was one thing I saw in there that there was like 63 Russian oligarchs who were overvaluing his golf courses. He tried. Technically, there again, he committed fraud because he told them when he was trying to get a loan that they were worth like somewhere in like the $4 or $5 million range, and then they sent people down to check it, and it was only worth like 1.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
They still gave him the loan.
Which is absolutely insane.
Like, we just really
do you
like
think that Don Jr. is that stupid?
I think
now,
so.
Now wait, hang on, because the stupidity plays to both parts. Don't get it twisted. But do you think it's pure stupidity, or do you think that Trump has just pulled his veil over all of his children's eyes? We're like,
No, because I think Melania knows.
no, I said children, not Melania. Melania.
Or, I mean Ivanka.
I
Sorry.
think Ivanka knows, and I think,
Jared Kushner definitely knows.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Jared hides behind certain places when Trump's around because he knows he's going to be picked off soon.
He just knows it's good. I mean, he's used to it.
If
what happened to his dad.
if he fired Kushner, he'd be fucked. Trump would.
He would.
Kushner handles everything.
We
I
would
think it'd
be
be
fucked as
amazing.
America.
Oh, yeah.
We would
Yeah.
lose the guy who handles like 30 different departments.
Yeah.
But I mean, Don Jr., I think he's just dumb. Like, I don't think he has enough chromosomes. Like, he should have been Down syndrome, but then his body just stopped altogether, and that's what you get. I mean, because the way, and when you look at pictures, he just idolizes his dad so much. I'm pretty sure if Donald Trump said, hey, I just shit on the floor and it was amazing. Oh, great daddy, yay! I mean,
Right.
he's just
We all,
dumb.
when me and Cody lined up for our vaccines, Don Jr. is behind us, and he got the extra around.
I do. I think he's just, like, I think he's so mentally incapacitated, he should not be, like, he should be somewhere in a house with caregivers.
It's possible.
I mean, he's special for sure. I mean,
He is very special.
most of it's probably old man jizz is the problem.
Do you think so?
Happens.
Yeah, he's like 7. What? Trump's like what?
73?
Yeah.
Well, think of all his kids. 1 in 5 have to have something wrong, and
Well, but
One does.
a
I mean,
couple of them do.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, what? Don Jr. is my age. So Trump was in his 40s, 50s when he had him. That's old man Joe's.
Well, and he's the only one that when people put a camera or a microphone in his face, they're like, no. Shh. They're like, we don't talk. And he goes, okay, I'm not going to talk today. And he's all proud.
I know.
He says the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, I do. I mean, that was hilarious. And I can't believe, like, you're reading an actual report and you've seen that.
I know.
Ouch. Like, we knew it, but ouch.
Seriously.
That's really harsh.
Well,
Is that all we
I
got?
think that just about does it for us.
Well, now that we're, like, past 7, yes.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. That's as soon as it turned 7, I was like, well, all right. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Tune in here in a couple months when this is up on YouTube.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah. Check me out on Facebook, Cody Vogus. Twitter is Magnus Apex.
Master
I'll let the
Jew.
Mexicans fight over who goes next.
Wow. I'm Tanya Buentello.
What's white privilege if you don't use it?
Jesus. And
Fair
you can
point.
get me on Facebook or through Yahoo. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Insta. We're going to have a new page on Instagram. Check us out. We'll be posting new pictures from behind the scenes. Once again, we are running a special. We are not big beggars like other stations, but if you would like to donate, we do
Robinson.
appreciate it. That wasn't the one I was thinking of. So if you would like, please go ahead. If you send a $100 donation, we automatically send you Cody's phone number. And it's great for just
It gets
when
lower
you're
every
bored.
time.
It does. You're not what you
It's
used
the
to
market,
be.
man.
Yeah, for real.
If you do a $300 donation, we send a topless picture of Cody along with his phone number and email, and we promise a 5-minute phone call where Cody talks dirty until you get off.
Nice.
Now, we also have the Platinum, which is $500, where we send a full nude of Cody, where he's actually being whipped by Sable,
Nice.
and his phone number, and an email where Sable tells you exactly what she does to make Cody cry.
You ever paid $500 to be extremely disappointed? Then that's that.
She just makes fun of the way he farts.
So there's that. Jay, what you got?
Stuff, I guess.
Watermelon.
Nothing really, I guess.
There you go.
Except for the fact that, did you say they could get a hold of you on Yahoo?
I did.
Yeah, what is this, like the early 2000s?
She's still in AOL age.
I love Yahoo. Not only that, but my Yahoo updated the other day, and I have all these functions and things that I didn't know about. I'm kind of impressed with Yahoo. I'm not gonna lie. They're getting up there. Pretty soon they'll be like Google again.
I do not. Yeah, I don't back that statement at all.
Yeah.
I love me some Yahoo.
Yahoo sucks.
Also, we are going to be joining with a new station. You can catch us at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, Thursdays through 24/7. They are a great bunch of guys. We do love 24/7. But you can actually start catching us in 2 weeks on IPM Nation at 2 o'clock on Sundays. So if you don't get enough of us, listen there. What the fuck are you doing?
Doodling.
Oh, by the way, real quick, like 2 weeks. I keep forgetting to tell this story. It's a really
shit.
short one.
Okay, go for it.
A couple weeks ago, I think I was getting catfished. I don't know, but someone on Facebook asked me for a dick pic.
Nice.
So I drew like a really good picture of a dick, and I took a picture and
A
sent
really
it.
good one?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Did you draw it or did you have your kid draw it?
I mean, you know, he's a better artist. But I know what a dick looks like.
What'd
more.
they say?
Nothing. That was the thing that pissed me off. Like, I was really.
He
upset.
actually put effort into this.
I
He
know.
didn't even comment.
I
He's
just thought
mad.
at least get a laugh. You know,
That
like
sucks.
LOL. You know, nothing.
That sucks.
So yeah, I guess send Jay dick pics because he wants to know what they look like.
Yeah.
All right, guys, catch us later.